All right. Welcome to our Breathable Living podcast. I think this is podcast number 3. Woo! All right. Well, we're super excited. As always, I have the lovely Amelia Philpott with me. Amelia, say hi to the crowd.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
And we have a very special guest with us today. His name is Nery Rivera, and he hails from Long Island, New York. Woo!
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Thanks for being with us, Nery. We know you're in between jobs and you're sitting there in your work van, and we appreciate you taking the time to join us. Thanks so much.
No problem.
So the first question, I told you I was going to kind of surprise you with a little icebreaker. I did a little bit of research, and I was wondering, do you know what your name means?
Actually, no. I never asked for it.
Well,
Actually, my name was given by my uncle. Actually, I never asked him.
it was given by who?
My uncle.
Okay. Is there a story about how you got your name?
Not really. I never asked, but I know it was given by him. And you know what? Every time I go to every customer houses, they always ask me, and I mean, I have no answer. I never asked.
Okay. Well, so I did a little research, as I said. Amelia was with me over here, and we were like, I wonder what it means. Because it's a unique name. And here I'm gonna tell you. It means my light, my fire. So the bright moon, and it's of Hebrew Turkish heritage is where the name comes from. So there you go. You are my light and my fire. Is it fitting? Are you a fiery guy?
Yeah.
He says you don't want to find out. Is that what that means?
I mean, I never asked, I never looked, but I know it was given by my uncle. So
I mean, when you got a boring name like Tracy, I mean, when I see other names that are cool, I'm like, I want to know where that came from because
Right.
Tracy, Amelia, you two kind of
one
common.
customer once, but it was years ago. They told me it was from the Bible, but they never told me which, like where. But I know there were the people that told me that they weren't from Israel, I think.
Okay, that makes
I
sense.
guess they looked it up. I don't know.
There you go.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, it's much better. I'll tell you a quick story. My sister's name is Kimberly, and this is not true. This is one of those things that became like a fish story over the years. But she was supposed to be a boy, and her name was going to be Andrew. And then, surprise, it's a girl. And so she says that the reason she got the name Kimberly is because my parents panicked at the last minute and they were in the hospital. And Kimberly Clark is a toilet paper provider, right? And she's like, yeah. And dad was probably like, oh, look, Kimberly, we'll go with that. I said, I don't think that's true, but we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Anyway, all right. Well, second question. So the listeners can kind of get to know you. When you were a little bitty Nery, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I actually wanted to be a mechanic when I grew up.
What kind of
And
mechanic?
I'm gonna auto mechanic. And I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you a story about that. I mean, I come from I mean, I would say poor from where I come from, which is Guatemala, but my uncle started his business as a bus driver, and then he started buying buses. So he ended up having at least 26 buses. And every time a bus used to break down, it no matter what time it was, I was right there holding a lamp or whatever he wanted me to do. It doesn't matter what time it was. So that's how I started liking mechanic.
Were you tall
So
enough? Aren't the engines like really high? Like I can.
oh, actually no, he had something made up with cement where the we used to put the trucks and we used to be under the trucks. So
Oh,
yeah, and
no
that's how
height
I like it.
requirement.
Nope. They used to do everything. They used to do everything to their trucks. One of my cousins became a mechanic because of that, and he still has his own business doing mechanic. He used to do all his mechanic stuff, like whatever my uncle needed, he used to do it.
Did
So that's
you,
how I started liking it, and that's when I came here to New York. I was 12. I went to middle school and then high school, and then they had a program where you could take mechanic, and I actually took 3 years of mechanic.
okay. And then what the heck happened? How
And
did you find your way to
and
what you do
and
Right.
today?
then I had friends that used to install carpet, and I got into that business. I was installing carpet until I guess my knee gave up,
Mm.
and I said, "This is enough." And I started looking for another job, and here I am, 12 years later, working as a duct cleaner, which I never thought I was gonna do duct cleaning, but I'm here doing it.
What do you like about your job?
I mean, what I like, I guess, is because I go to different customers. I'm not sitting in one spot for a while,
Mhm.
and there's different things that I do here. I mean, I do, you name it, from duct cleaning to mold remediation to attic cleanouts to crawl space cleanouts. I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I know you do. Uh,
Yep.
so I imagine, you got to feel good about, I mean, it's duct cleaning and those other services you mentioned, which to the average person probably doesn't sound all that exciting,
Right.
but you really are making people's homes and lives better, and that's got to feel good, right?
Oh yeah, feels really good.
I guess so. I mean, you've been doing it for, you said 12 years.
To be honest, I never thought I was gonna stick here for 12 years, but as the years went by, I mean, I think it has to be how your boss would treat you anyway. And Mike, it's been nothing but great. So I guess I never thought I was gonna stick for 12 years, and I feel good here. He treats me good, and that's what matters, I guess.
Boy, I agree. I don't know how Amelia feels.
I feel pretty good. My boss is she's pretty awesome. I could say lots of words, but we won't go into that right now.
I'm
I mean,
teasing. I'm
I
teasing.
think as long as they treat you good and that's where you're gonna stay.
Agreed.
Yeah, yeah, I agree too. And I think also, I love what I do, not just because of the people that I get to work with and then the
Sure.
dealers that I get to work with, but I like feeling and knowing that I'm doing something that is helping people across the globe. That kind of feels good. So yeah. So well, here I'll pivot to Amelia for 1 second because I have no idea what the answer is. Amelia, what did you want to be when you were a wee little bitty Amelia? And you were what am I going to be when I grow up? What did you want to be?
I wanted to be a nurse. I actually went to nursing school and got in the program and was like accepted and all of that. And then I had a sudden change of heart because I was young and living life, and I changed and I went to be a correctional officer after that. And then here I am
Oh,
an
wow.
AeroSeal
Look at that. Don't mess
correctional
with
officer.
Amelia. Don't mess with Amelia.
Correctional officer. Oh wow.
Yep, I was for juveniles, not for adults, for juveniles. But
Okay.
yes, yeah, yeah,
You know what? I can totally see both. I could see you as a
yeah.
nurse, and
Hmm.
I could see you as a correctional officer all day long. Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm glad you do what you do, though.
Me too. I am very happy where I am. I've made the right pivot, definitely. Yes,
Good, good.
Takes time.
it does. You're right. It's not something that happens overnight. Yeah.
All right. Well, so we know that you've worked in this industry for 12 years, Nery. And so I think super excited to talk to you because number one, that's like unheard of in the industry for someone to stay
Mhm.
in the industry and stay at one company for that length of time. It's kind of a big deal. So that's exciting. But today's topic, I thought we'd have a little fun with it, is tell me about some of the craziest things that you have found inside people's ductwork. Millie and I have heard some crazy stories about, hey, we did duct cleaning and oh my gosh, you won't believe what we found in there. And I figured with 12 years of work history, you've probably got some whoppers. So let's hear from you.
Well, as usual, whenever we come to a customer house, we do a walk around. So we get to know the house and we get to see where every single vent it is. Just so we don't miss any vents. We do, once in a while they don't show us where the vent is and there's something, in front of it and we can't see it. But we go around and then as we go around, we usually ask them, when was the last time this was done, or do you recently purchase a home and then that's what you want to do it.
Mhm.
So I mean, I've been to houses, they told me, oh, it was done 2 years ago. I start doing my cleaning. It wasn't done 2 years ago.
Like when you go to the dentist and they're like, when's the last time you had your teeth cleaned? And you're like, it was like 2 weeks ago.
I guess they feel embarrassed to, you know, to say, yeah, it was done like 15, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
But, as we start doing the cleaning, we usually take before and after pictures. So we show the customer how it looks. And I think it was in the kitchen where I was cleaning. The vent was really bad. And my brush keeps getting stuck. I'm like, what's going on? And I guess I stuck my hand all the way in and I found a baby bottle. How it got there, I don't know.
Well, you know what? When I think of Amelia's son, you know which one that I'm talking about. I could totally see a baby bottle going chucking across the room and falling in a vent.
It's funny, even on trunks, you imagine how much stuff will get in there, but how can you find a piece of sheetrock being, I guess, 1.5 by 1.5 inside of a trunk? How did it get there? I don't know. It definitely never went in from the ductwork, because ductwork has here and there, it has curves, it have vents, so you can't get it from the ductwork. But how did you put that piece of sheetrock inside a trunk? I have no answer for it
Well,
because it's very long. I don't know.
I'll tell you what I've heard. And this is, listen up, you homeowners out there. Here's an industry trick, or industry secret. That's what I mean. I've heard some of our new construction dealers refer to ductwork as the job site trash can. And not just like brand new construction, but even like when they're going in and doing renovations, they will literally just throw things in the registers because there's a trash can.
Actually, when I was doing
Wow.
the cleaning crew that used to come, because they don't when the like floor vents don't have covers on yet until they start doing the flooring.
Mhm.
I used to see cleaning crews sweeping everything into the vents. Yep.
That's awful. Oh my
So
goodness.
gross.
Mm.
Ugh.
I have found, listen, if I told you all the stuff that we have found, from pliers to beer cans to toys, I don't know. I have found a lot of stuff. Mice.
Oh,
Yep.
I forget who it was. I think it was somebody here in Dayton, Ohio, Amelia. They found
yeah.
a dead iguana in
Yes,
the
recently.
y- uh, wow. Like how long it had been there, because that pet iguana wasn't that homeowner's pet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably left one of the vents open, unless I don't think the iguana would have been smart enough to pull the vent off and get in.
Right. So, well, let's go with your mouse that you found. When you find things like that, you said you take before and after photos and you share them with your customers.
Yes.
Did you share with your customer that you found a dead mouse, and what was their reaction?
She was disgusted. And the reason she called us is because every time she used to turn the AC on, she used to get a really bad smell.
Oh my goodness.
I bet.
Yep. Yep. So, and then we show them pictures. I can't really, show you a picture now because it was years ago and I had a different kind of phone. But yes, we take pictures.
The old flip phone, did you have one of those?
No, it wasn't a flip phone. It was a regular phone. Like, I think it was a Samsung. So I don't have a Samsung no more. I have an iPhone. So
Okay.
I never transferred those pictures to my iPhone.
Yeah, got it.
And not in just duct cleaning. I found a dead cat cleaning an attic.
Oh, wow.
With and it had the leash on it still. It
Oh,
was,
no.
I don't know. Yeah.
See,
How
my
they
mind
didn't
goes
know.
to all kinds of crazy, like, how could that have happened? What were they
Absolutely.
doing? Why was the cat in the attic? Why did it have a leash on? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So many scenarios.
We actually took a picture of it and uploaded it, and it wasn't the customer's pet.
I was just gonna ask, so it wasn't even their cat.
No, it wasn't theirs because they recently have purchased the home, so it
Wow.
wasn't
Wow.
theirs.
That's crazy. So we've also heard some dealers talk about, stories about finding wedding rings, engagement rings, or, piles of money stashed away in the ductwork. I'm waiting for somebody to say that.
I haven't found money on the ductwork, but I have found when we do drive-in cleaning.
You found money, or you found,
Oh yeah, a lot of money.
yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
That kind of envelopes and stuff, Sometimes I don't have enough space to get behind the dryer, so I moved the dryer. So I saw an envelope fell off, so I gave it to the customer. It was full of money, and she started crying, saying that her husband had passed away a month ago. So she thought it was him putting the money away.
Oh, wow.
And then she's like, I'll be right back. Let me just put it where, somewhere else. I said, that's fine, no problem. And then as soon as she walked away, I had to move the dryer a little bit more and I found another envelope. And when she came, I gave it back to her.
Oh my
She actually
gosh.
she actually
Wow.
called the office and talked to Mike and told her how good I was, and I gave her the money.
See, that's a feel good.
awesome.
That's such a good story. And I shouldn't call it a story. That's such a good experience. Why that makes me feel good.
Yes, definitely.
Well,
And it was a
so
lot of money. I can't I'm not gonna say it was $300-$500. No, it was a lot of money.
wow, well, you made a big difference in her day and her life right then and there. That
So
is,
she said she was gonna go on vacation.
oh, that's great. So it's funny, I hadn't really thought about, sometimes you do your laundry, you open the dryer and you're like, oh, a $5 bill, woohoo, and it's like
Mhm.
in the dryer. But duh, I guess I never thought it could also get stuck in the dryer vent.
Right.
I might need to.
So the envelope wasn't stuck on the dryer vent. It
Oh,
was against the wall and the dryer. So I guess he
oh,
was hiding it.
oh,
Gotcha.
okay. I see what you're saying. Not down in the vent.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Those things happen too. So, well, oh my gosh, look at the time has flown by. This was a good conversation. I guess we'll kind of wrap things up here. We had a little fun today talking about the crazy things that you can find in ductwork. And, it's fun to talk about, and we can chuckle and we can feel good and hear these feel good stories. But, the point, if we bring it all home, is boy, oh boy, if people only knew what was inside their ductwork, they'd be highly motivated to get it cleaned. If they only knew there was a dead mouse, a baby bottle, somebody swept the floors straight into the
Whatever,
so
yeah.
gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, instead of wondering what might be inside your ductwork, it's probably a good idea to have a professional come out, take a look, get it spick and span clean, restore it, and then repair it and seal up those leaks that are pulling in more contaminants into your duct system. And I know that your company offers clean seal services, and that's exactly what that is. So we're just spreading the word and educating homeowners out there. All right. Well, any parting words, Amelia? Anything you'd like to say before we sign off today?
Well, thank you, Nery, for joining us today. The conversation was great. We were lucky to have some of your insight and experiences you've had, so we definitely appreciate you.
No
Yes, we
problem.
do.
My pleasure.
So go be the light and the fire that you are.
Right.
Thank you so much, and have a great day. We'll see you guys next time.
No problem. Thank you.
Have a
Bye.
good day. Bye.
I think.